What's up, everybody? Today I'll be making a pumpkin spice cinnamon roll, and it's perfect for the season. It's quick and easy, and you'll love this recipe. First up, I'll be starting with the ingredients that I'll be using. I have flour, pumpkin pie spice, I have salt, sugar, yeast, pumpkin puree, eggs at room temperature, milk and water lukewarm, and I have room temperature butter. And that's it for the ingredients. For the tools, I have a rubber spatula, I have a KitchenAid with a dough hook attachment, and that's basically it. You can also mix this dough by hand, but it will take longer. So now let's get mixing. First up, I'll add my flour to my stand. Then I'll add my dry spices, my sugar, and my yeast. And now I'll just incorporate this. Let it mix for about 30 seconds. Next up, I'll add my pumpkin puree. And now I'll let that mix. I'll add my butter next. And again, my butter is softened. And now I'll add my milk and water. And again, this is an easy breezy kind of dough, so you can't really mess it up. I'll add my eggs. And now I'll turn this up to medium and let it mix for about 10 minutes. So after about 10 minutes, this is what your dough looks like. It has a nice dough-like texture. And now you're gonna let this double in size. You can place this in some plastic wrap, or you can leave it in the bowl and let it double in size. Next up, we'll be making the filling for the cinnamon roll. I have room temperature butter. I have sugar, granulated sugar. I have pumpkin pie spice, and I have cinnamon, along with some vanilla. So first up, I'll add my sugar. And again, room temperature butter, and it's unsalted. I'll add my vanilla, and also my pumpkin pie spice and cinnamon. And I'm mixing this in a KitchenAid with a paddle attachment. You can also do this by hand, but it will take longer. So now I'll mix this on the lowest setting until it incorporates. Then I'll turn it up to give it some volume. So now I'll turn it up and let it go for about 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, this is what it looks like. Everything is nice and mixed together, and you have a beautiful texture. It's nice and smooth. So now I'm ready to roll out my cinnamon rolls. I have my dough ready. It's doubled in size. I have a board to roll it out, and I'm gonna roll it out about 16 inches by 8, and I'll make 8 beautiful cinnamon rolls out of this. I have some excess flour. I have a rolling pin. I have a knife to cut it. And I also have my spread, my cinnamon spread, the filling. And now I'm ready to roll out my dough. I also have a pan, a jelly roll pan, that's lined with parchment to place my cinnamon rolls in. So now let's get rolling. I'll add some flour to my surface. I'll place my dough on the surface. So now I'll add some flour, and it's a very delicate dough, so be careful with it. So I'll just roll this out. I'll add some flour to my rolling pin. Rolled out my dough, and I'm ready to add my filling. So now I'm ready to roll my dough up. I'll grab the corners. And now, what I'll do is I'll cut this in half. So now I'll sit these in a warm place and let them double in size. So this is what your pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls would look like after they've doubled in size. So now you'll place this in a 350-degree oven for 25 to 30 minutes. So here are the pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls straight out of the oven. Now you'll let this cool until it reaches room temperature. Next up, we'll be making the frosting for the pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls. I have a rubber spatula, a bowl. I have a packet of cream cheese softened at room temperature, butter at room temperature. I have vanilla, and I have powdered sugar. And now let's mix it together. So that's basically it. You want a nice smooth texture, no lumps. And now you're basically ready to frost your pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls. For the final step, I flipped over my cinnamon buns. And now I'm gonna ice it with my cream cheese frosting. So here it is, my beautiful pumpkin spice cinnamon buns. They are simply delicious. I promise you will love this recipe and it's perfect for the holiday season. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, drop some comments below, and please share and subscribe to this video. Thank you. Now it's time to try this beautiful cinnamon bun. Pumpkin spice cinnamon bun. What can I say? It's amazing.